Welcome to the show. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Wednesday night. I'm your host, Jim Lettuce, broadcasting live from Temporary Space Studios. Welcome to the Temporary Space Show. It's like a vlog mixed with a podcast. I tried to set up a camera. I have a Logitech C920 and it's good, but my computer, it can stream, but it cannot. Once I plugged in the camera, the computer just started tripping out. So there's not really going to be any video on this until I get like a newer, some kind of gaming laptop or something. I'll get something eventually in the next 6 months. But yeah, so Temporary Space though. Check out the links. We got a website, Temporary Space Studios. If you want to support us, you can buy a shirt at our Teespring storefront. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook. Alright, enough of that. Let's start the show. Let's get rid of this elevator music. And let's start. Well, I have an intro. Hold on. Oh, here. Okay, I got it. There we go. Welcome to the Temporary Space Show. Yeah. Oh. Oh. I love drum and bass. This is music from Audio Blocks. Shout out to Audio Blocks. This is not sponsored by Audio Blocks, but I pay for the service. It's quite worth it. Especially when you have to deal with Alright, there it goes. Music's over. Let me turn that off. Yeah, they're really big help with copyrights and flags or whatever, because I had some. They actually flagged the episode 8, one of those many companies, and like they have a way on Audio Blocks for you to just send, like you send the links of what they're flagging and they'll just fix it. It's great, worth every penny. All right, hold on one moment and then we'll get started. Here, listen to more elevated music. Excuse me, I had to take a swig of that sweet cherry Coke. Okay, so today's episode, we're going to talk about the state of gaming in 2019. Now, this is a live show. I don't expect anyone to talk while we're doing it, because we're not going to do it very long. Half an hour at the most. But, you know, I'll keep my eye on the chat if you are in fact watching, you know, shout out, say something. We welcome input and feedback, for better or for worse. Okay, let's turn that off. Alright, I don't need these headphones. Okay, I got some notes here. We're just gonna free ball it, because that's how we do it here at Temporary Space Studios. I want to talk about the state of gaming. I want to talk about all this hype and outrage, quote unquote, about gaming. And I say quotes because sometimes I think it's like people want to be upset about something. You know, they can't just be happy. And not that everyone's like that, but there's been studies that things that go viral and ideas that spread across social media, negative ideas go a lot faster, i.e. outrage. So let's see. Let's talk about the cost of games, okay? games come out now with patches. Patches are free, but there's DLCs and then battle pass or annual passes, and they have like 5 different like special editions, and everything costs a lot of money. Like, let's see if I can find a tab here of I play Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Check that out. I like to stream the game. That and Destiny 2 a lot lately. What do you call it? Different packages? Different, what is it? A graph? It's not a graph. It's a, here we go. Game versions. I know that there's a graphic. That's the word I'm looking for. Okay, here's a perfect... Okay. Let's see if I can screenshot this. I think it's working. You should be able to see. I'm watching on YouTube. Okay, it's there. Okay, look at this. Like, look. This is so... Can't really zoom in on it, can you? Hold on, let me... It won't let you look at just the picture anymore. Alright, you're just going to have to look at it small within the window. But look at this. Okay, we got Season Pass, different... Okay, digital content plus all the... Look, and then there's this... The notorious Epic Edition. What is this? The Pantheon Edition. Where you got all this crap... And there's one that didn't even come with the game. It might have been like the Division or something. And let's see if I can find another one. There was a better one. It was the Anthem. There was one that was so crazy confusing. Yes, this. Look at this. This is insane. The Anthem one. It's hard to read probably on your screen, but like, look at all these check marks. This is like when you buy video editing software. There's different stuff for each version, and like, this is... I don't know if normies care about this, but obviously this is how they're doing it. Let me get back to my original point, which is that we spend a lot more money on games. See... Games costed, when I was younger, when I was a kid, games were like $45, $50, and then over the years they've gone up to like $65, $66, almost $70. But lately, in the last couple of years, they started charging more. They say, okay, well, there's the many different editions, it costs this and that, and then it's like, oh, you gotta have this DLC, and like, you end up with getting... And, like, the next point, I'm babbling, hold on. The next point is that these games come out broken. You know, I'm talking about Fallout 76, Destiny 1 and 2. And I love Destiny, and I think games are more like an investment now. Because, like, you're going to spend multiple years and multiple, like, DLC purchases on top of whatever, like, annual pass they have now. And, like, for Destiny... I start counting up the money. You know, I spent $60 on the game. I spent, you know, another $40 on one of the DLC. I spent another $30 on one. I spent like $40 on the newest one. You know, what is all that? Let me, I can't do math in my head. Hold on. That's a lot, okay? My computer's lagging. It can't pull up the calculator app right now. 60... plus 40 plus... That's like 170. I was saying everything costs 200 plus. Maybe if you factor in microtransactions, but still, 150 bucks, 120. That's like your average price per game per year or two. And it takes a year or two for it to get good. And so, like, my point on my notes here is that you are the beta tester. For better or for worse, you know, a lot of these games are like these online services, and they almost have to release broken because number one, they can't test it forever. And number two, no matter how big their pockets are, they'll never have as good of a test as actually everyone trying to do it. And I know there's a lot to be said about cheating software, or like cheating prevention software and DRM and ROT and stuff like that, but like, this is the state of gaming. A game's gonna cost you $120, and you're gonna have to invest a year or two in it, and that's a decision you have to decide on. And a lot of people have this outrage, and for good reason. You know, you should complain. That's how, you know, complaining helps, constructive criticism and whatnot. Let me see if I can pull up this video. It's an example of YouTube channels, and a lot of them are complaining, and on the one hand, that's the point, right? So I'm not bashing that they're complaining. I actually really like this channel, but I want to point out that people, they have gripes with a game, and it kind of fuels the YouTube machine. And like, some channels can, you know, get popular when a game comes out and it does badly. Like, people can talk smack about it, and I guess what I'm trying to say is that I don't know if it doesn't bother me that much. Maybe it should. Well, let's see if I can paste this without freezing my computer. If I can pause it. No. Okay. Here, let's go to the screen again. Alright, this is Layman Gaming. Shout out to Lamon Gamon. These guys are cool. I discovered them like a year ago, and a lot of their stuff was talking smack about like Fallout 76 and Anthem, and it's not the technique. Like, this is very common YouTube practice. There's nothing wrong with it. It's a good way to do it. Like, that's one of the reasons I like their channel, because they really articulate what bothers me about these games coming out. But I just feel like it's this outrage culture. It just kind of like goes out of control, where every video every week is, oh, the community is failing, oh, this and that. And like, Young Ya does a lot of videos like that, and shout out to him. I like his channel too. And like, I think we get carried away because we want, like, I don't know. If we were all happy, we wouldn't make YouTube videos, right? A lot of YouTube is like, people want to get something off their chest. That's why I do this show. I want to talk about gaming and stuff. So I guess that's, I don't know. I'm not sounding very coherent, but I think games are more like an investment. And then, okay, so now let's talk about the microtransactions. Microtransactions are tricky. It's a slippery slope, because you have games like Apex Legends that is openly having microtransactions, and it's like, for free to play games, people don't care about microtransactions. A lot of people don't even mind microtransactions in a game that you paid for, but it's when these developers, and well, mostly publishers, they try to do a switcheroo, like there's not going to be any microtransactions. And so, like, I guess I don't think they're that bad. A lot of times I just don't buy it. Like in Destiny 2, they're always trying to get me to buy stuff at that Eververse store, and I'm just not going to do it. But it doesn't, I don't know if it's something we should get that upset about it anymore, because like, it goes back to the cost of games. Like, the cost of games has gone up so much. Destiny 1 costed like $500 million or something. That's more than most blockbuster movies, and something's got to give somewhere, and that's where microtransactions and these types of practices and DLC and battle passes, it all comes from that. And I personally am willing to pay sometimes. So here's an example. When I was playing Hitman Absolution, aka Hitman 5, I did pay for a microtransaction once, and I'll tell you the story, okay? I played the crap out of that game. I love that game. I love all the Hitman games. I streamed Hitman 2, the new one, on our channel. Go check it out. But there was a point in Hitman 5, aka Hitman Absolution, where I I did not. Oh, I got a little clipping there. I was playing every level, and it was kind of like Hitman, the new Hitman, where you can play through each level as linear as it was. You could unlock stuff in each level, finding new locations, new costumes, weapons, etc. But there was this one level where I couldn't get this one rating to get this one singular pistol. And I was so mad. I spent hours and hours, days, weeks trying to unlock it. And it had to do with this. I had to like beat the final level without getting spotted or on hard mode or something like that. And it was just, I couldn't do it. I just could not do it. And then fast forward a few months, and I was still kind of playing it for fun, but not unlocking stuff. And I saw a thing. I was looking on the DLC or whatever on the PlayStation Store, and it had a pack where you could download all these like weapons and stuff, and in that pack was that one pistol. But I tried so hard. I even tried to beat it again without buying it, and I couldn't do it. And I gave in, and I was like, you know what? I just want this one pistol. I literally unlocked everything else in that game, at least in that one level, except for this one pistol. And I paid, it was like $20, and I just did it. And maybe I crossed to the dark side, but I don't know. I got what I wanted. And that's, pay to win, I guess. But I tried doing it traditionally and just couldn't do it. And that kind of harkens back to new games like Assassin's Creed Odyssey that people said it was controversial. People said that it is hard on purpose, so you are tempted to buy DLC. Destiny does this as well. And I don't know, it kind of forces you to play the game more. I don't know if that's good or bad. But Destiny, I found myself, or Assassin's Creed Odyssey, you have to do all the side quests, all the little things on the map, all the little question marks. Once you visit all of them, then you can still continue the main quest, and maybe that's good. I'm not spending more money. I only spent $60. I don't know. Alright, I have to find, hold on, like 1 minute break. Okay, I'm back. Now, the other thing on my list is something that just came out. I want to talk about it. I want to talk about Google Stadia. Not Stevia, but Stadia. Like stadium. And let's see, I don't really want to pull it up. But it's basically a streaming service. Like PlayStation Now and the Xbox Cloud, or it's called xCloud. Not to be confused with Game Pass, which is more about downloading. And it's all wrapped up together because PS Now is a streaming, but they added downloads to compete with Xbox Game Pass. But Xbox is going to have their own streaming one called xCloud soon. And I know Nvidia has their own, a game streaming. It's basically like Netflix for games. And I don't know. I think it's great. I think if your internet works, it's great. If you have fast enough internet, then it'll probably be fine, especially in a few years if America ever gets our internet better. But there's a lot of lag. Like, that's the big concern, is that even things like PlayStation Now, they have lag, and people don't like it. That's the reason I don't have PlayStation Now. But I need to pull up a list of Google Stadia features. I don't want to sit here and watch a 30-minute Google highlight thing. I'll try to remember it off my head. And I'm scared to click on some website that'll play some ad on my YouTube stream. IGN. Okay, that's relatively safe, right? Sure. Let's do that. Alright, I'm not going to show the screen because there's like ads galore. Well, actually, not really. Google Stadia. Yeah. I don't care. Oh man, my poor computer is not working. Let me pull up my task manager. It's okay. CPU is 80%, but it ain't dead. Oh, it is tripping. Okay, I'm gonna close this tab in a second. My poor computer. But there's a few features that makes Google Stadia stand out. They have a one-up on PlayStation Now and Nvidia and xCloud. One of the main ones that I can't find it. I can't read on the spot. Announcement trailer. Well, one of them is one that I don't like. Let's talk about that first. There's a way where you can be watching it in the comments, and then you can click a button and join the lobby of someone playing on the stream, because it's all wrapped up with Google, and I don't know if I like that. Like, cause like a lot of times it's very it's a little bit risky to, like, randos on the internet on YouTube, especially YouTube comments. It's very trolly, and I welcome it. Like, that's the internet. But it's like, I don't know if I want people to be able to just join my game. You know, if it's some kind of like tiered system like Twitch, if you're a subscriber who's paying, like the join button, that kind of thing, sure, I guess. So I don't know about that feature. I would turn that off if it were me. I like to control who plays with me. But let's talk about the good stuff. You can play it on any platform, which is pretty cool. But I'm interested in streaming, but also live streaming it. And another reason I haven't got PlayStation Now is because I don't know if you can stream it, but also live stream it. Can the PlayStation handle that? What kind of processing power requires that? There's already talk that, you know, any device, quote unquote, might not have a good enough hardware, let alone internet connection for Google Stadia. If I want to stream it and live stream it, is that even possible? I mean, they're talking about like the split screen and stuff, and it's like, well, duh, of course you should live stream it. That should be like a built-in feature somehow. I don't know. But, oh! I saw this girl fall off a balance beam on this ad that I cannot show on the screen. But what's another feature? Oh, there is one that's really so awesome, and I want it just for this. If you're playing, it kind of uses algorithms and blah, 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 and it knows what you're playing and what part of the game. And you can say, hey, Google, how do I beat this cave? Because that is a real problem that I have. If you watch any of my game streams, you know that I don't like to think. I mean, I like to think, but like I get very frustrated if I can't figure out where to go. I think that's bad level design and bad game design. Some games, that's the point, but it's like I should be figuring out how to beat it, not where to go. You know what I mean? That makes me like want to quit a game. But if I can be like, hey Google, you know, show me this cave, because that's exactly what I do. I have to like stop. I don't really stop the stream, but I have to like pause the game or put my character somewhere and Google it on my phone. And like that alone, and like the split screen thing. And they said that since you're just streaming video and sending back input signals with your controller, which is still, there's lag. It's not perfect, but it's very simple, you know. It's very cool. I wonder how PS Now and Xbox Cloud are going to compete. And they got a controller, it connects to Wi-Fi. Also, Wi-Fi is not, well, like what most people's Wi-Fi is not very fast. I think my Wi-Fi is pretty fast, but I don't know. I'm scrolling through. I don't know if there's a price. I think it's going to be a subscription base, like all things. They have a first-party studio. They're going the way of Netflix, where they realize, like, we have to make our own stuff to be relevant. That's exactly what I'm trying to do with my movie studio, with my company. I want to make exclusive content that you can only find here, because this is what I predicted years ago. It's too bad I didn't blog about it or something. I probably did somewhere, but I knew that everything's going to be like Netflix. Everybody has their own service. Disney has one, HBO, and it's great for us, the consumers, because we can decide what we want. I can say, you know what? I don't want to do Netflix no more. I want to do Hulu for a year. All right, let's see. Let's talk about... Oh, here's another... Let's see if I can pull up this other... There's a Game Ranks video I want to link. I also watch Game Ranks. Shout out to Game Ranks. I mean, I don't know them or anything. I'm just saying their channel is cool. Here. Google Stadia, 7 ways different. This is actually all the stuff I was trying to remember, so check that out. Search that. I guess I can put these links in the description somehow. I'll have to like do it when the stream is done. Alright, you get the idea. Now, where's my notes? I want to talk about the new stuff. Okay, speaking of streaming and consoles, and a couple of years ago people were like, consoles are dying, but they apparently have another generation or two, which is cool with me. I don't really care. I'm kind of more of a fan of the Stadia idea that if our pipeline gets fast enough, you just need a terminal, and it's all one plug, everything's fast as you'll ever need it. But we're a long way away from that. But anyways, I digress. Let's talk about Xbox Scarlet. Okay, Xbox is being very interesting. They're doing xCloud and all that stuff, but they're also doing Xbox. I think Scarlet is the code name, but they're going to have the Xbox One 2, whatever that's going to be called. And you know it's going to be some awful name. They should have just had a better name. But they're going to have 2 this time. It's going to be just like phones. They have like 3. They got a Samsung S and a Y, or iPhone C, you know. And there's going to be one that's only streaming focused, you know, to set up for their xCloud service. So think of it, it'll be like a Google Stadia, but with a specific, you know, like a set-top box, almost like cable. It's all going full circle. They're putting a cable TV plan on Apple, which, you know, on the one hand, cool, but on the other hand, like, isn't that what we're trying to get away from with these services, with Netflix? And it's like $10 a month for everything. That's not gonna. People don't want all that stuff. They just want a little bit. They want what they want, you know. Like, people will sign up for a service for one show and then stay because it's good enough, you know. I would like to have a service like that for our company in the future. Or at the very least, some kind of app or something. Some kind of, Can I read comments on this thing? Guess not. Okay. What's my next point? PS Now, I talked about that. PS Now is kind of cool because they added downloads since the Xbox Game Pass started, which made me want to buy it because I'm so mad at Bethesda for having buggy games, but I would really love to stream Oblivion. Like, I feel like that would be like fun and successful stream as well. Just like old school Oblivion, like vanilla, you know, patches but no mods or anything. So what's my time? Oh, we're at the time limit. Awesome. So this show is, I guess, organically turning into like a half-hour show. I really want to do it once a week. I'm going to try, maybe like Wednesdays is a good day. Maybe I'll try to do it next Wednesday. I don't know. But this is the temporary space show. Let me promote some stuff. So we do games, streaming games on here lately. I'm trying to save up money and buy No Man's Sky, because that would be fun to stream, because they're adding like a new MMO-esque update. What else? Follow us on Facebook. Here, let me pull the... follow us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram. If you want to support us, buy a shirt. Also, check out our Netflix podcast. This isn't really like... This is me and my friend Miles. And he's mostly the editor. And we're both... We do... Let me pull it up. Hold on. It's called What's New to Netflix Instant. It's a podcast that we've been doing for like 4 years. We do it every month. We never missed a month. And we just did we filmed our 52nd episode. Well, we recorded it. It's audio. And we're on iTunes. And so check us out. We're on, I think it's iTunes and Mixcloud. Let me show you the tab here. Should be up. I'm watching the playback on my phone. Here it is. Okay, this is episode 51. What's New to Netflix Instant on .tumblr.com. That's the official website. But check it out. We're about to upload episode 52, and today, we just like a few hours ago, we just recorded our anniversary episode. What we always do is we do a feature-length commentary, and you just sync it up. So it's an audio podcast. You just like play it, and then pull up Netflix. And you kind of line up the title, and you can just hear our audio commentary of the movie while you watch it. This time we did Final Destination 1. It was so much fun. Check it out. All of our commentaries are great. I feel like we should just have a podcast of just commentaries, but I don't know how that works legally. I guess you could sell the audio without the movie, obviously, like riff tracks. Anyways, well, let me get rid of my screen here. So that's all, folks. Thank you for watching the Temporary Space Show. I'm your host, Jim Lettuce. We'll try to be back next week. Check out the website and blah, blah, blah. Let me get this outro music, which is the same as my intro. Yeah. Wait, I forgot my signature sentence. Oh, dang. What's up, Thomas? Did you just tune in? The show's about to be over. But I'm about to live stream a video game like in 15 minutes. So tune in. I'm not leaving. I'm just ending this particular live stream. Yeah. Drive safe and shit.